reasons you need to get out of debt and 3 methods to do it. This story of incurring debt at quick rates over our lives is a typical one today. Many college students leave with huge amounts of debt and no way to pay for the life they dream of because of it. As time goes on, debt piles up and we are robbed of 3 things that we need in life: peace, joy, and freedom. We find ourselves so steeped in debt that we worry about making our payments. We stress ourselves out trying to get better at work or do more. And all of this is because we are stuck paying most of our money toward these debts like servants to the loaner. We become stuck in debt. And yet, we can also find solace and encouragement in the 3 things we need in life. 1. Peace. When you are in debt up to your eyeballs, there isn't a lot of peace in your life. You're thinking about how to pay it off, or what might happen if you can't. Ultimately, your lack of peace becomes an overwhelming worry that plagues you all day, every day. You need to get out of debt to find peace again. 2. Joy. When you're in debt, there typically isn't a lot of joy in your life because you cannot enjoy some of the simple pleasures like eating out, going to the movies, or doing something nice for a loved one. Money controls your ability to enjoy things. Your lack of joy becomes stress whenever you want to do something fun that requires you to pay for it. You need to get out of debt to find joy again. 3. Freedom. When you're in debt, you become enslaved to your debtors. You're forced to pay them what you owe, plus interest, and it keeps you from saving, giving, or buying the things you want. You're forced to serve your credit card company, student loans, car loans, and more with your money. You need to get out of debt to find freedom again. I was talking to a friend a while back who has paid off all the debt in his family's life except their mortgage. They paid off their cars, student loans, and consumer debt they brought into their marriage. Now, they pay extra toward their mortgage and are hoping to pay it off early. As I asked him for advice on how to motivate myself and my family to do something similar, he said this: "Getting out of debt was hard. But it has been so worth it." He went on to tell me how they saved up to buy a brand new car. They got a steep discount because they paid in cash and they get to enjoy it 100%. He also talked about how they have started to enjoy the freedom to go on vacations because the money they were putting toward their debt now is saved for plane tickets and hotel stays. He said they didn't increase what they live on day to day, but they learned to enjoy what they were being forced to pay back month to month by saving that amount. It's inspiring because he has done what I and so many others want to do. Pay off his debt and find peace, joy, and freedom to do other things in life. So, how do we do it? These are the most common ways to pay off debt as quickly as you can, and they are by far the simplest that I have seen anywhere out there. 1. Snowball method. This method has been made popular by Dave Ramsey, and it's a very simple way to pay off debt as quickly as you can. The idea is simple. Step 1. List out all of your debts from smallest at the top to largest at the bottom. Step 2. Pay minimum payments on all debts except the smallest. Step 3. Pay the maximum amount you can against the smallest debt. Step 4. After you pay off the smallest debt, take that amount you were paying and roll it into the minimum payment for your next smallest debt. Step 5. Repeat this payment method until you have paid off all debt. This is the method my friend used. It works effectively to pay those small debts off quickly, which helps give you the momentum to pay the debt off and inspiration to keep going. 2. Debt avalanche method. This is similar to the snowball method. While I couldn't find who came up with the idea first, it is widely known as a great way to pay off your debt. This is how it works. Step 1. Make a list of all your debts from the highest interest rate at the top to the lowest at the bottom. Step 2. Pay minimum payments on all debts, except the one with the highest interest rate. Step 3. Pay the maximum amount you can against the highest interest rate debt. Step 4. After you pay off the highest interest rate debt, move on to the next one with the amount you were paying for the previous one and the minimum payment. Step 5. Repeat this payment method until you have paid off all debt. The advantage of this method is that you're eliminating the amount of interest you pay. If you're paying extra toward the principal, or the original debt amount, then the loan agency or bank cannot charge you the additional amount of the interest. 3. Make more money method. Now, this may seem like a silly method, but hear me out. Sometimes, you just need to make a little more money to be able to put that money against your debt. This doesn't have to be a permanent fixture to your income. Sometimes it's a quick pick-me-up to get you over the hump. I have heard of plenty of people who have decided to get a part-time job to pay off their first couple of loans. Once they remove those, they take their original minimum payments and add them to the larger loans down the road. Here are 5 ideas to make some money on the side. 1. Ride sharing. Tons of people are driving for Lyft or Uber. This is a quick and easy way to do it. 2. Food delivery. Similar to regular old Uber, there is Uber Eats where you pick up people's takeout and deliver it to them. 3. Walk dogs. Oddly enough, in bigger cities, this can be very lucrative. 4. Start a side hustle. Like to write? Become a freelance writer. Talented with graphic design, are Lance here too. This helps bring in a little extra cash every week. 5. Pick up any job. Janitor, food service, a stocker at a grocery store. Just pick up something that is hourly and has really relaxed hours so you can pick up extra work whenever. The idea isn't to make a fortune doing this work. It's to help you knock out some debt really fast. And it just takes a little humility and a short amount of time. Ultimately, debt is not your friend. It's an enemy of your peace, joy, and happiness. It takes away your freedom and will keep you in its grips unless you do something today. Start figuring out how to get out of debt today by listing what you owe. Then pick one of the methods above. And start. There is no time like the present to get out of debt and regain your peace, joy, and freedom.